Video tutorials by Andrew Buckle. In this tutorial I'm just going to show you how you can create some interesting sort of weird line grid dot designs using Liquify and also patterns and gradients. Now I'm using Photoshop CC 2014, but you can use CS6, CS5, etc. There's a few slight variations. Now, PC or Mac. Now I'm going to just go over here to the gradient tool. I've already created the gradient, so it's just basically a line. So it's grey at 10%, blue, grey again at 20%, and so on and so on. So click OK. Now I've got the info displayed here, so window, info. And the key thing here is just so I can see the X position. So I want to start it right at the start. It's using the reflected option. So just set 0, hold the shift down, 0, and I want to go across to 999 because this document's 1000 by 1000. So I just want to exactly there. Oops, I think I might have done that slightly wrong. So it's always quite easy just to take it off just a bit too soon. So 0, go over, and 999, and there it is. So it's actually 999, exactly correct. So edit and define pattern, because what I want to do is define a pattern. Click OK, a layer, new fill layer, pattern, click OK there. And I'm going to set the lines to a bit more extreme. I could go for 10% as well. Maybe it actually just becomes so fine. But anyway, 10% is just fine as well. So layer and flatten image. Now I want to layer and duplicate layer. And I'm going to rotate that now. So rotate 90 clockwise. Now go over here to the layer palette. If you haven't got the layer palette, window obviously, layer, layers. And I'm going to go for multiply. So I've actually got these lovely dots here now, just very nice little dots. So layer, flatten image. Go to filter and liquify. Now you can vary this liquify, and I'm just going to go for the bloat tool, as it's called, but it's like a spherical effect. So just going to change the size, and now I can actually just distort those dots. And of course you can do a number of variations of this. I'm just doing different positions. You can also vary the settings there as well. You can always restore if you don't actually like the result. Okay, so once that's actually done, you can now go to OK. And what I want to do is, again, duplicate the layer, edit and transform, rotate 90, and go back to the layers, and again go for difference or multiply. I'm just going to go for difference. Created this sort of very weird colourful. Of course you could use other ones. I mean, there's other subtract and so on and so on. Pin light is another one. Actually that's quite an interesting one as well. So difference. Now layer, flatten image, and I'm going to go for auto tone. What it does, it brings back this very, very weird sort of landscape texture. It's a very unusual design. And what I want to do now is I can actually go to either, obviously just use the Liquify that was there before, or go for filter and Liquify. Now I can actually just go and modify that, distort that, so you can actually then continue with the sort of distortion to create some very weird and alien like texture designs using these gradients. Click OK. And of course I could continue, could actually flatten, obviously already flattened, so I can actually create another layer and then repeat the effect. Hope you found